Napakatindi po at napakabilis at sistematikong galawan po ng Amerika dito sa nangyari dito sa Venezuela. Nahuli na po nila ang Venezuelan President na si Nicolas Maduro matapos ang isang malawakang pag-atake laban sa Venezuela. Ayon kay Donald Trump, ang makakaliwang pangulo ng Venezuela at ang kanyang asawa ay isinakay at inilabas na ng bansa sa pamamagitan ng isang operasyong militar na isinagawa kasama ang mga ahensya ng batas ng US. Kinasuhan sila sa New York ng mga kasong may kinalaman sa illegal na droga at armas. Grabe po to, no? Simulan na po natin ating reaction video. Panoorin po natin ang video to para sa konteksto. Let's do this.
President Donald Trump has announced that the United States intends to run Venezuela after it carried out a large-scale attack and claimed to have captured its president, Nicolas Maduro, flying him out of the country with his wife. Explosions were heard in the capital, Caracas, this morning, as well as in other Venezuelan cities. Nicolas Maduro has already been charged in New York with drugs and weapons offences. Well, at a news conference at his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida and flanked by members of his top administration team, including Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio, President Trump said the United States will be running Venezuela until such time as a safe and orderly transition can be achieved.
Diba nakita nyo, no? Ganun katindi, ganun kasistematiko, kabilis ang pagkubkob ng Amerika sa kalaban nilang bansa, particularly dito po sa Venezuela. Ang tindi, nakuha na agad nila at nakuha na nila ang Venezuelan presidente na si Maduro. Dinala na po sa New York at dun po ikinulong sa kaso ng related sa droga. No, grabe to katindi ng Amerika.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years.
At nagdiriwang nga po ang karamihan po sa mga citizen ng Venezuela. Kasi nga po naghanap na po talaga doon yung droga. Talamak ang droga. At ngayon po ay kumbaga nahimasmasan po ang ilan sa kanila, ang marami sa kanila dahil po nakuha na po ang presidente nila na si Maduro. Kasi po wala po talagang nangyayari. Kumbaga parang nandotolerate po yung droga doon sa Venezuela. Kaya ito na po ginawa na po na parang Donald Trump at sinabi nga po ni Donald Trump dito, no, na ang Amerika ang kumbaga sila ang magmamanage o mag-aano ng gobyerno ng Venezuela pang samantala sa ngayon. Diba? Ganun po kabilis silang nakubkob ang Venezuela.
So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Nice.
And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela.
Yun.
And that includes many from Venezuela that are now living in the United States.
Tama.
And want to go back to their country. It's their homeland.
Kasi hindi na nga po talaga safe sa Venezuela, no? Talamak ang droga, mga mafia, lahat na po nandoon yung mga sindikato. No, kaya ito tinapos na po ng maliligayang araw nila ni Donald Trump. At yun nga po, talaga pong hahawakan na po ng Amerika pansamantala ang Venezuela hanggat hindi ito nagiging safe yung lugar na yan, lalong-lalo na po sa mga citizen ng Venezuela. No, kasi po talaga pong hirap na hirap po yung mga citizen nila doon dahil po sa talamak na droga at mga sindikato. Puro patayan, ganun po nangyayari dyan. Kaya ngayon po, ito ay hawak na po sila ngayon ng Amerika.
We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind.
Yes.
We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen.
President Trump there at his news conference, he also said that no US service personnel were killed in that operation in Venezuela. Also said that the US is ready to stage a second and much larger attack on the country if that were necessary. Our South America correspondent,
Hindi pa pala todo yun, no? Yung pag-atake nila ngayon sa Venezuela, hindi pa large scale yun na pag-atake. Pero kung necessary, gagawin nila yung pakalawang mas malaking pag-atake. Kung necessary pa nga, kumbaga kung mayroon pang papalag doon sa Venezuela, no? Kasi nga nakuha na nila yung presidente ng Venezuela na si Maduro.
Wells has more details on what happened.
Handcuffed, blindfolded, captured from his country.
Galing, grabe.
This is Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, being sent to the US after being seized by US forces.
It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. It was dark and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York. It's Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens.
The capture led many wondering.
Pagka kasi ito talaga si President Trump garit na garit to sa droga di ba? Talagang ayaw niya talaga. Kaya maraming ang bansa na talagang inaano niya, kahit particularly yung China rin, di ba? Alam niyo yung yung napakatinding droga na talagang kumakalat na galing din ng China. Talagang kaya tinutuligsa niya rin yung China nang dahil dun sa pagkalat nga ng droga. Ayaw niya ng droga talaga. Kaya nakita niyo ngayon ginawa niya sa Venezuela, di ba? Kasi naapektuhan nga rin ang American soil. Kumbaga, yung trade ng illegal na droga sa Amerika ay kumakalat din. At ngayon nga po, natapos ang maliligayang araw nitong Venezuelan presidente nila. 'Di ba na nakuha na nga ng Amerika itong Venezuela dahil po dito sa surprise na pag-atake nila, sistematiko at napakabilis, no? Correct me if I'm wrong, ilang oras lang po ang itinagal po ng ng pag-atake nila. Nakuha na nila agad ang Venezuelan president na si Maduro.
Who would now run Venezuela? And then, this.
We're going to run the country until such time
Nice.
as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Washington says Maduro will face charges including conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism and import cocaine.
Grabe,
His seizure was
cocaine.
part of a huge military operation. Venezuela's capital, Caracas, woke to the sound of the city under attack. Helicopters, flames, explosions. These were strikes on the city's key military sites.
Grabe.
Eyewitnesses woke in the early hours to the sound of booms. This marks the biggest US military
At
intervention
least pinag-New Year pa sila, no? Pinadaos pa sila ng New Year's Eve bago sila inatake. Kumbaga mayroon pa rin talagang puso itong Amerika, no? Kung tutuusin. Kumbaga, pero sa joking aside, dito natin makikita kung gaano katindi ang Amerika pagdating po sa digmaan. Lalong-lalo na po tong era na to, tong digital era. Napakatindi, napakabilis, sistematiko, at talaga pong alam na nila agad kung anong lugar yung babagsakan nila ng kanilang mga missile, lalo na po yung defense headquarters po ng Venezuela. Kaya po wala pong nagawa talaga yung Venezuela. Ganun katindi itong Amerika. Kaya sabi ko nga po, itong si Xi Jinping dapat mag-isip-isip na siya. Siguro malamang napanood na to, syempre, nanginginig na yung backlog. Si Xi Jinping malamang nakita niya siguro kung gaano katindi at kabilis para umatake itong Amerika, di ba? Ganyan katindi at kalakas ang puwersa ng Amerika. Hindi pa nga raw todo yan, Kaya nga sabi, di ba kanina, kung kakailanganin pa ng pangalawang pag-atake at mas malaking pag-atake, gagawin niyan ng Amerika, hindi sila magdadalawang isip, Kaya itong si Xi Jinping dapat kumalma to, tigil-tigilan niya yung kayabangan niya dahil ito ang kahinatnan niya, kapag talagang ginalit at pinikon niya tong si Donald Trump sa ginagawa niyang kayabangan niya.
This marks the biggest US military intervention in the region in decades. For months, Washington has sent troops, warships, and aircraft to the Caribbean. It has seized oil tankers near Venezuela and carried out dozens of strikes on alleged drug boats, killing at least 110 people.
Kasi ganito yun kung talagang matino ang isang presidente ng isang bansa. 'Di ba? Talagang hindi man maubos lahat ng droga sa bansang 'yon, 'di ba? Mamabawasan. At talaga yung mga milisya, yung mga sindikato, yung mga mafia talagang mawa-wipe out 'yan. 'Di ba? Kaso hindi parang sinusuportahan pa nito ni Maduro yung mga mafia na 'yan yung sa bansa niya kasi kalat na kalat Kumbaga bulgar silang nakakapag at mas malakas pa nga po sila. 'Di ba yung mga sindikato ng droga nila, yung mga cocaine. Kaya ang galit na galit si Donald Trump kasi nga nakakarating nga rin sa Amerika yung mga cocaine. Alam niyo naman po particularly sa bansang Chicago, sa Detroit, ang dami po talaga naghahanap ng mga droga. Kaya galit na galit po itong si Donald Trump kasi nga talagang lumalapag sa Amerika yung mga droga na yon na galing pa ng ibang bansa, particular din dyan sa Venezuela. At meron din pong galing ng China. Kaya nga po talaga nagkakaroon din sila ng conflict talaga ni Xi Jinping dahil dyan.
It says are part of an armed conflict against traffickers.
Mm-hmm.
But legal experts say it may breach the laws of war. The US has long accused Nicolas Maduro of running a criminal network, claims he denies. Just days ago, he said he was open to talks.
If they want to seriously discuss an agreement to combat drug trafficking, we're ready. If they want Venezuelan oil, is Venezuela ready for U.S. investments? Like with Chevron? Whenever, wherever, and however they want.
Ayan na pala mo, di ba? May paganyan-ganyan ka pa, may pa kunwari pa ganon-ganon, no? Ayun nga, nakubkub ka na at nahuli na. Dinala lang sa New York, doon siya nakakulong kasama ng asawa niya.
What remains of Venezuela's government says it will fight, but the US wants regime change. And today, the US showed once again it will use whatever force it takes to get what it wants. Ione Wells, BBC News.
Well, let's talk more about Nicolas Maduro. The last few hours have seen a remarkable change in his fortunes. This is believed to be Nicolas Maduro's final public appearance before US military forces launched that large-scale strike on Caracas and captured him. Here he was meeting the Chinese special envoy on Friday. It was said to be a cordial meeting. Mr. Maduro received a decorative vase. He presented the Chinese diplomat with a painting in return. But then, a few hours later on, Donald Trump...
Malamang magre-react niya si Xi Jinping, kaalyado pala niya itong Venezuela. Nagulat siya, yung kaalyado niya, kinubkub lang ng ilang oras lang, di ba? Ganun lang kabilis, ganun kasistematiko, no? Ang tindi ng Amerika talaga.
Sharing a new picture on Truth Social that he said showed Nicolas Maduro, the former Venezuelan leader, on board the USS Iwo Jima. That's the vessel that he told Fox News was bringing the Venezuelan leader to the United States to face various charges.
Isipin niyo nung ganun lang kadali nilang nakuha yung presidente ng isang bansa, no? Presidente ng Venezuela. No? Ibig sabihin easy peasy lang talaga. 'Di ba? Ganun kalakas ang Amerika. Kasi po, 'di ba, kung presidente 'yan, matindi ang security niyan. Ibig sabihin po, na talaga pong nadali nila, na surpresa talaga nila itong si Venezuelan President Maduro. 'Di ba? O mismong Venezuela. Ganun ka-sistematiko ang pag-atake nila. Planado. 'Di ba? Ang linis ng galawan. Kaya hindi po nakaporma talaga itong Venezuela kasi nga lalo po binagsakan nga nila ng missile yung, 'di ba, yung defense headquarter. Kapag po kasi yung defense headquarter ang unang nasira, mawawalan na sila ng communication eh. 'Di ba? Hindi na sila makapag-launch ng mga missile din nila. Hindi sila makakadepensa. Ang talino ng galawan ng Amerika dito.
Well, let's hear some of that remarkable press conference that President Trump held in Florida, where he began his remarks with this description of the U.S. military action in Venezuela.
Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela.
Grabe.
Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault. And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II. It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice.
Grabe, kumbaga ano pala, no? Talagang armado, sobrang armado pala ng Venezuela. Pero nakubkob nila ng ganun, kaya nga sabi niya, 'di ba? Kumbaga record breaking yung nagawa nila na 'yan. Na pag-atake sa Venezuela. Kasi yung nangyari yan yung huling ganyang kaganapan yung World War II pa. Yung nagawa nilang to, record breaking, outstanding talaga, sabi nga ni Donald Trump, 'di ba? Kasi nga ilang oras lang po yan. Correct me if I'm wrong. At ganoon lang nila kadaling nakuha yung presidente ng Venezuela. Heavily armed. No, sabi niya, no, heavily armed pala itong Venezuela. Lalo po yung presidente nila, yung nakapalibot sa presidente. Siyempre, presidente yan ng bansa, di ba? Pero nakuha nila ng ganun lang kadali. Itong president, si Maduro. Grabe, ang galing talaga ng Amerika.
This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American
Yes.
military might and competence in American history.
Yes.
And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones like the attack on Soleimani, the attack on al-Baghdadi, and the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites
Yun na nga, yung Iran din.
just recently
Grabe,
in an
Amerika.
operation known as Midnight Hammer.
At sabi nga raw po, no, talaga pong gaganti rin yung Iran sa nangyari na yon. Hindi rin po natin gagawa ng reaction video yun, pero updated po tayo dyan at gaganti raw po itong Iran. Ewan natin kung saan aabot yung yabang ng Iran dito sa Amerika. Kasi po, no, outstanding talaga. Grabe. Sistematiko ang pag-atake ng Amerika. Sobrang saludo sa mga ano nila, no, sa mga Navy SEALs nila. Lahat po ng armed forces nila. Napakagaling. At napakabilis ng galawan, sobrang high-tech din po kasi ng kagamitan nila. At ang bilis talaga.
All perfectly executed and done. No nation in the world could achieve what America
Tama.
achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time.
Yes, nakakagulat talaga yun, no? Walang makakagawa nun. Di ba parang sa pelikula na nangyayari yun, eh, yung gano'n, yung bilang silang may nakuha na napakahalagang leader ng isang bansa. Sa pelikula lang po nangyayari yun. Pero ito po, real life nangyari, nagawa ng Amerika. Kaya ipinagmamalaki ngayon ni Donald Trump yung armed forces niya. Diba, ganun nila kabilis nakuha itong si President Maduro ng Venezuela. Kumbaga parang talagang kala mo, sabi ko nga diba sa reaction natin nung yun nga, sa nangyari doon sa Venezuela, parang Call of Duty. Literal na Call of Duty ang nangyari. Diba, yung game, alam niyo yun, ganun katindi, napakalupit.
All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It
Grabe.
was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we
Grabe. Napakatindi, no? Dead of night, no? Pinag-celebrate muna nga sila ng ng New Year, 'di ba? Tapos talagang siyempre pahinga, kumbaga. Siguro kalmado yung utak ni Maduro noon, yung walang mangyayari. Sinorpresa nila ngayon, 'di ba? Tapos nagkaroon ng blackout, binlackout. Madilim na, gabi kasi, o madaling araw, binlackout pa nila sa kanilang inatake. Talagang kinuha itong si Maduro, napakahusay talaga.
It was dark and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice.
Yes.
Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York, it's Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United
Ayun
States
na nga.
and its citizens.
Diba? Kumbaga yung lahat makikinabang dyan eh. Narco-terrorism yung inaano nga ni Maduro, sinusuportahan, diba? Kumbaga parang hindi niya pinagbabawal. Kumbaga talagang siya pa yung pasimuno. Diba? Lahat makikinabang dyan. Kumbaga yung tourism ng Venezuela talagang lalago yan kapag wala ng mga nangaharas dyan, yung mga mafia nila dyan, yung mga sindikato ng droga dyan, diba? Ganun po yun eh. Kaya maganda po yung adhikain ng Amerika dito sa Venezuela. Kaya nga po, nagpupugay din po lahat ng karamihan ng mga mamamayan ng Venezuela sa nangyaring to. Mula lang nakuha na nila si Maduro ng Amerika. 'Di ba? Kasi nga po, matitigil na yung kahayupang nangyayaring yan. Yung pagkalat ng droga, sa turismo nila, talagang bagsak ang turismo. Wala kang gano'n nagpupunta sa Venezuela, 'di ba? Dahil nga sa droga. Delikado ang lugar nila. Kaya ngayon, no, hahawakan muna pansamantala ng Amerika itong Venezuela hanggat hindi nagkakaroon ng magandang transition. Yung talagang matinong leader, yung uupo. Diba? Ganun katindi.
So that's just an excerpt of Donald Trump's press conference in which he gave details of the US military action in Venezuela. Let's go live to Washington and join our chief presenter there, Sumi Somaskanda. Sumi, we saw some pictures of Donald Trump and his top team, still pictures of them watching events in Venezuela as they unfolded in real time from Florida. They said Donald Trump said it was like watching television, and he described this military action as a stunning achievement for the United States military.
That's right, Ben. And we got plenty of detail as well from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan Kane, who was on hand for that press conference. And he delivered some details on how exactly the operation proceeded. He said it was a complex air, ground, and space operation. He said that this had been in the planning for several weeks and that U.S. military had, quote, watched, waited, prepared. We remained patient and professional. Essentially, we understand that this operation, we're looking at pictures here of President Trump watching this operation.
Diba? Hindi po basta-basta po yan eh. Operation took months of planning and rehearsal. Diba? Ganon nila kaplanado inatake ang Venezuela. Siguro nagkalat sila dyan ng mga CIA nila, mga operatives nila dyan sa Venezuela. Sinurbay buong Venezuela. Lahat ng mga choke point ng Venezuela. Yung defense headquarters, yung mismong palasyo ng nung presidente, no, kung saan siya nakalocate, 'di ba? Lahat. Kaya ganun nila ka-sistematiko at kabilis nila nakubkob ang Venezuela at ganun nila katinding nakuha agad itong si Maduro. Napakagaling talaga.
He said that they had arrived with air cover from the U.S. Air Force, that a special team from the U.S. military arrived at a compound in Caracas where Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was with his wife, Celia, who was also captured, that they arrived there at around 1 a.m. Eastern time in the U.S., and what he called an apprehension force descended into that compound,
1 a.m.,
moved with, quote, speed and precision, isolated the area, and then apprehended the, quote, indicted persons.
Grabe talaga, speed and precision talaga, isipin nyo, no? Ganun kabilis. Di ba? Sabi ko kasi niyan, di ba, pinag-New Year pa sila. Alauna dun umatake itong Amerika sa Venezuela. Napakahusay.
Now, they did say that the helicopters that were carrying this special Delta force, that they came under fire and responded, that one aircraft was hit but remained flyable, also came back to the aircraft carrier. And they said that after securing Maduro and his wife, the aircraft provided cover for them to depart. They were taking some fire. The force successfully was able to return. And we learned that just about 2 hours later, that the force was leaving Venezuela with the indicted persons on board, and then they were put on the USS Iwo Jima. So truly,
2 oras lang pala nila bago nila nakuha itong si Maduro. Ganon kabilis tinapos. Kinubkob nila itong Venezuela. 2 oras lang nakuha na nila ang presidente ng Venezuela. Kaya pala sobrang proud si Donald Trump, no? Record-breaking sabi niya nga, di ba? Huling nagawa yung ganyan, yung medyo mabilis nung World War II pa. Pero ito na po talaga, record-breaking. Di ba? Leader ng isang bansa nakuha ng 2 oras lang. Nakubkob ang isang bansa ng 2 oras lang. Ganun katindi. Napakahusay ng Amerika dito. Kumbaga, saludo talaga sa planado na pag-atake ng Amerika dito sa sa Venezuela. Natapos ang matiligang araw nila, no, diyan sa rehimen nila na ng droga, no? Grabe 'yun eh.
Extraordinary operation, Ben, as we've been hearing from how exactly it played out. We heard a number of details as well about the types of aircraft involved, F-22s, F-35s, B-1 bombers, and remotely piloted drones. All of this points to the fact that this was a massive operation, as we heard, that was planned for several weeks, as we understand, all the way back to August. And that is all the more significant as we see these images of this makeshift situation room, if you will, of the defense secretary and the CIA head and the Secretary of State and President Trump all standing there together.
Ngayon, mag-iisip na ngayon ang kakalaban sa Amerika. Sa ginawa nila to, record-breaking to, 2 oras lang. Diba? Bansa yan, Kinubkob ang isang bansa ng 2 oras lang at nakuha pa ang presidente. Di ba? Ganun katindi. Kaya yung mga kalaban ng Amerika, mag-iisip na yan ng mabuti kasi ganito katindi ang Amerika. Itong picture na to, no? Yan yung pagpaplano nila. Several weeks later nga, di ba? Several weeks daw yung pagplanado nila na yan. Di ba? Hindi basta-basta. Tapos ngayon, 2 oras lang nila kinuha yung presidente na si Maduro. Grabe.
Trump had been questioned several times. What is the aim here? Is it regime change? he was quite vague about whether that was indeed the aim. And indeed, I spoke to a number of Republican members of Congress, Ben, on this question. They said that is simply too soon to say whether this is regime change. But in the end, we saw Mr. Maduro, of course, arrested, apprehended, and now being brought to the U.S. to face charges.
And history tells us that it's one thing to topple a regime, to remove its leader, but it's quite another thing to then run the country, as Donald Trump says America is now going to do.
Tama.
Indeed. I put that question precisely to Republican Congressman Michael McCaul. He used to run the Foreign Affairs Committee. And this was a few weeks ago before this entire operation took place. And he said, look, the U.S. doesn't have a particularly strong history of military interventions in Latin America. And this is going to be the question, and one that has been asked immediately after hearing from President Trump in that press conference that the U.S. plans to, quote, run Venezuela. What does that look like? How long would this involvement be? Would this involve U.S. troops on the ground, boots on the ground?
Malamang.
He said, we're not afraid of using boots on the ground. Who in the U.S. would be involved? He referred to the people.
Pero kasi ito yun kaya siguro talagang hawakan muna ng Amerika ang Venezuela. Mahirap kasi na ang susunod na magiging leader ng Venezuela ay ganyan na naman kay Maduro. Diba na talaga pong ilalaganap pa rin yung mga ganyang mga kriminalidad, yung sa droga, diba, kakalat na naman yan, mga mafia dyan, diba? Kasi po talaga pong talamak na po ang droga talaga dyan sa Venezuela. Kaya mas maganda talaga na hawakan muna yan ng Amerika yung Venezuela para talaga malaman nila kung sino yung karapat dapat na maging leader dyan para mabago na ang history ng Venezuela, maging safe na ang Venezuela. Diba? Kumbaga ang makikinabang talaga rin dito yung mga citizen ng Venezuela sa mangyayaring yan. Kaya dapat talaga kung may botohan mang mangyayari ay talagang maging matalino na ang mga nasa Venezuela. Dahil sila rin talaga ang talagang mahihirapan sa bandang huli. Kapag naglukluk na naman sila ng kanilang leader na tolongges din parang si Maduro.
Behind him. So the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, well, we know that he has already spoken to the Venezuelan vice president. Will they be working with her? And critically, Ben, the opposition in Venezuela, we know that Maria Corina Machado won the Nobel Peace Prize. There are various members of the opposition that have been strongly lobbying the Trump administration to take strong action against Venezuela. And yet, when he was asked about her role today, President Trump, as you noted earlier, said, well, she doesn't necessarily have the respect that she needs. So what role would the opposition play in any sort of transition? And what will that mean for the U.S. as well? All of these questions remain unanswered.
Kailangan talaga maingat dito ang Amerika. No? Total, nakubkub na rin lang nila itong Venezuela. Huwag nilang basa-basa ibibigay kung kani-kanino ang leadership ng Venezuela. Diba? Talagang dapat, siguraduhin muna ni Donald Trump na talaga yung magiging leader dyan ay matino. Yung ganun na talagang masisiwata lahat ng kriminalidad at droga dyan sa Venezuela.
And so in terms of political reaction to what has happened in the United States, just give us an idea of what people have been saying, because there's been some pretty strong opposition from the Democrats.
Yeah, perhaps unsurprisingly, the reaction has been largely partisan. We've seen a number of Republican members of Congress saying Nicolas Maduro is an illegitimate leader. He is one who had been trafficking drugs into the U.S., and it was high time for the U.S. to remove him from power. Democrats here are saying this is simply illegal internationally. By international law, this was an illegal move. And also, the U.S. did not sign up for getting involved in a long or prolonged engagement with Venezuela, which includes...
Meron talaga mag-o-oppose, ganyan yan sa gobyerno, di ba? May opposition, may administrasyon, ganun talaga. Hindi po natin maalis yung mga ganyang usapan. Pero para sa akin, tama lang yung ginawa dito ni Donald Trump. Kasi nga, grabe yung drug trafficking na ginagawa to ni Maduro. Sinusuportahan pa niya. Kasi kung talagang may ngipin itong si Maduro, ay talaga pong hindi po mangyayari yan. Kasi po marami na pong bansang na aapektuhan ng droga. Lalong-lalo na po ang Amerika din. Kung nakikita nyo nga po, di ba, halos yung mga addict sa bansang Amerika din, nakikita nyo yun, di ba, yung mga nakayuko na. Nakatupik sila, no, sa sobrang nasa kalye talaga, literal, na dun sila. Para sila mga zombie na. No, ganun katindi. Kaya ito po, ginawa na ng paraan ni Donald Trump. At ito nga si Maduro ay nagpa-chill-chill lang. Kala niya walang ganun mangyayari. Ayun na. Nadali na siya ni Donald Trump. At nakakulong na siya ngayon sa New York.
Running the country. And interesting to note that we saw the House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, comment a little bit earlier in talking about his opposition to this. And he asked a few questions that I thought was interesting. He said, how many American troops will be on the ground in Venezuela? What does it mean for America to run Venezuela until a transition takes place? Were these military strikes about seizing foreign oil to benefit friends of the Trump administration? All of these points being asked by members of Congress. And Ben, perhaps most importantly, we've seen from numerous members of Congress, they wanted to demand that the president come to them for a war powers resolution for any sort of military action in Congress. Well, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said during that press conference, we didn't need to ask Congress for a war powers resolution. And he said this was a different mission. It was about arresting Maduro.
Ayun lang po, no? Atin pong napanood itong grabe itong ginawa na to ng Amerika. Sobrang tindi. At yun nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, no, mag-iisip na po ang mga kalaban ng Amerika ngayon dahil record-breaking po ang ginawa na to ng Amerika dito sa Venezuela. 2 oras lang po pala, no? Imagine niyo yun, 2 oras lang nakubkob nila ang Venezuela at nakuha nila ang presidente ng Venezuela na si Maduro. At ngayon ay nakakulong na sa Amerika sa New York. Maraming salamat kung nakaabot kayo rito. Huwag mo kalimutan mag-like sa ating video. Mag-comment ka sa baba kung ano sa loobin mo. Ingat kayo lahat. God bless and peace out.